We will start by drawing a breath deep into our lungs, drawing in possibility, taking that potential deep within to nourish the nest in the body. As we exhale, acknowledge the things our body touches, thanks to the floor or ground, directly or indirectly supporting our feet, the body. Thanks to the clothes encasing the physicality of our creation. Thanks also to the air touching our face, a presence we are so accustomed to feeling that our brain cancels out the stimuli. Thanks to this attention-focusing ability of the brain, considering the multitude of information bytes we navigate today. This time, right now, is an opportunity to recalibrate an intentional crafting of our existence. We'll purposely slow down and direct energy where we choose, nourishing and revitalizing self. So, having placed your awareness and then acknowledge the things that are serving our body, the floor, our clothes, the air, and knowing that you may have other things, we will turn our focus inwards, taking our heads, our hearts, and our hands to the nest within, our well of vitality and energy, the powerhouse of well-being that activates our agency and provides the grounding to appreciate our connectivity with all around and the rich journey we take with life. You may imagine this nest in your pelvic cradle, maybe your solar plexus, your heart. You determine where to locate it, but embed this nest centrally so its energy can be readily dispersed throughout your body. An important step to realize your potential is to be aware, acknowledge, and abundantly adore the nest within. Build on your image of your nest, connecting with 3 elements: its color or colors, its texture or textures, and the integrity of this nest. When thinking of color, witness the color or colors you see and feel. Is it one solid color or a blend of colors? Is this color consistent through the thickness of the nest? Is it thicker or richer in one area? What does this pattern or color mean to you? What is your internal nest telling you? When imaging the texture, imagine you can hold this nest in your hands. What does it feel like? Does the texture vary on the outside when compared to the inside? Do the walls feel different to the base? What is the temperature of the nest? What is your internal nest telling you? When imaging the integrity of your nest, use all of your senses to judge its intensity. Does its construction enable it to perform its function of nourishing and activating your potential? Where does it appear fortified, and where might it be vulnerable to performing its task? What is the integrity of your internal nest telling you? Having performed a quick scan of how the internal nest is faring at the moment, we now have the opportunity to recalibrate our nest to better serve us into the future. So do you have a color that speaks to you of what your nest might need? Image dropping that color palette into the center of your nest so that it explodes, releasing this color through every fiber of the nest, so it is feeling loved, nourished, and enriched. It may not need to change color afterwards, or maybe it's left with the color that you've included, pulsating like a visual heartbeat? Do you have a texture that speaks to you of what your nest might need? Image adding that texture to the nest, maybe with your hands, some other tool, or possibly coming from the structure of the nest itself. It is being added and builds until it is looking and feeling how it will best serve you. Do you have an ideal integrity for your nest at this moment in time? Maybe it's a structural ideal, a foundational ideal, an aspirational idea. What is the ideal integrity of your nest? What has contributed to this integrity? And what will add? What has this integrity enabled to have happened so far? And what purpose would you like this integrity to serve into the future? Take a moment to give thanks for what this integrity has enabled. Move to adding to this integrity so your future intentions may become real. Lovingly, humbly, and without judgment, add integrity in this moment to your well, to your nest. So when this nest is full and abundant with the energy of color, texture, and integrity that it already had and that which you have imaged into it, disperse this well-being down to your fingertips, the length of your legs to your toes, in pulses of energy, until you have experienced a hug on the inside from self. Return your focus to your breath, a constant companion to every moment, awake or sleeping. Understand breath as one of the filters and energizers of your nest. With each inhalation, you are potentially recalibrating and reshaping your nest. With each exhalation, you are offering energy to where it may be needed. This is the connectivity we are part of, a sacred contract we accept with our first breath upon leaving the womb, an invisible connection with all breathing things. So by drawing down breath, you are nourishing your nest, your well of vitality, your powerhouse of well-being, now and into the future. Return to feeling the air on your skin, the temperature of the air, and any sounds or smells carried in the air. Reconnect to the ground or floor beneath your feet or body. Return with a sense of your nest, how to nurture it, and a readiness for what is ahead.